grew up on a farm, and I know how much fun they can be. I also know how many dangers there are. Today, we're going to show you how you can be safe on the farm. So let's go exploring. Farming is a unique way of life that is big business, often run by families. We live and work in the same place, and today's farmers use the most advanced and powerful machinery ever produced. This has made it possible to farm vast tracts of land and produce great quantities of grain. Many farms also raise livestock, ranging from cows to pigs and from sheep to horses. Farming is one of the most dangerous occupations in the world. On average, 20 people are killed or injured every month on a farm in Saskatchewan. The vast majority of these incidents are machinery related. Over half of these incidents involve tractors. The tractor is the most used piece of machinery on the farm, and so the most dangerous. A tractor is the workhorse of a modern farm and is used for many jobs. A tractor is no place for a rider. There is no safe place to sit. Tractors and machinery are involved in 3 out of 4 farm injuries to children, most often severe enough to require hospital treatment. On uneven terrain, riders are the first to bounce off the tractor, especially children due to their light body weight. Doors might not latch and windows can pop open. If a child is thrown from the cab, they can be injured from the fall or even run over by the huge wheels of the tractor. Tractors and farm machinery can be very noisy, which drowns out the sound of voices. Machinery operators are focused on what they are doing, and their vision can be limited. They may not notice unexpected visitors in the work area. The situations that lead to serious injury and death can begin innocently. PTO stands for Power Takeoff. They are used to transfer power from tractors to equipment such as balers, combines, and swathers. PTOs are very fast and are as powerful as the tractors that run them. Be sure to stand clear of all Power Takeoff units. It is very important to have the protective shield in place on PTOs. Stay inside safe boundaries away from PTOs. Things that first catch in PTOs include fingers, feet, hair, shoelaces, ties on hoods and bunny hugs, clothing and mitts. PTOs can quickly tangle the victim and continue to wrap the person. An arm or leg can be wrapped up to 9 times in 1 second. Farms and ranches give us the opportunity to grow up around many types of animals. It is important to remember that all livestock, pets, and wild animals must be treated with respect. Animals are linked to one of every 5 injuries on the farm. Mother animals are very protective of their babies and can cause injuries. Some warning signs from animals are a lowered head, arched back, laid back ears, pawing the ground, making noises, or showing their teeth. Injuries from livestock can be crushing, biting, and kicking. When approaching an animal, make sure it can see you. Move slowly from the front or side in a slow and deliberate way. Have an escape route. Farms have many types of water, which include ditches, creeks, ponds, dugouts, and lagoons. It is important to know which areas are off limits. Some simple water safety rules are: never swim alone and always let an adult know where you are going. Ponds and creeks have deeper water after a storm. Beware of thin ice in spring, fall, and winter. Dugouts and sloughs can have steep sides with deep water, which can make it hard to get out of. Dugouts may look like fun, but studies show that many drownings occur in them.
Logan, where are you? Logan, where are you? Logan!
Each year, many children are exposed to dangerous chemicals on the farm that can lead to serious illness or death. Remember to stay away from areas where chemicals are being applied. It is important to learn what the chemical safety symbols mean. There are 2 types of frames used around the symbols. The picture tells you the type of danger. Explosive means the container can explode if heated or punctured. Corrosive means the product can burn your skin or eyes. Flammable means the product or its fumes will catch fire easily or if it is near heat. Poison means if you swallow, lick, or in some cases breathe in the chemical, you could become very sick or die. The best rule is to stay away from containers with warning signs. If a chemical is being used on your farm, stay away from those areas. Never touch any chemical. It is important to keep pesticides in locked storage in their original labeled container. are very common on the farm. They come in different sizes for children and adults. Get trained. Training teaches you to ride safely. Always wear the right gear, which includes helmets, goggles, gloves, and boots. The most important thing to remember is that ATVs are built for one rider only, the operator. ATV operation in Saskatchewan is governed by law. This includes age, area restrictions, and the size recommendations. Electricity is very useful in our lives and must always be respected. Power lines can kill on contact, so it is important to stay clear of them and other electrical dangers. Remember, water and electricity never mix. Some farm implements, like augers, are tall and come into contact with overhead electrical wires. The current through them can be fatal. Learn where the overhead lines are located on the farm. Stay away from them and never fly a kite near them. Grain entrapment can be a hazard on the farm. It is important to stay out of grain, which may be stored in piles, grain trucks, or grain bins. Stay away from grain bin ladders and augers if they are being used to move the grain. People can become helpless in flowing grain within seconds. Many adults cannot pull themselves out of knee-deep grain, something that can happen in about 7 seconds with a high-capacity auger. Flowing grain is like quicksand with tremendous force that can make rescue very difficult. You sink down, get covered up, and cannot breathe. Lawn mowing requires a lot of time and effort on the farm. Lawnmowers can be dangerous tools. A mower is a cutting machine in which the edge of the blade travels at speeds of up to 340 kilometers an hour. A safe practice is to prepare the lawn by picking up toys, rocks, sticks, wire, and other materials that can become projectiles when struck by the mower blade. As these objects leave the discharge chute, they can travel at 340 kilometers an hour. A riding lawnmower is no place for extra riders. If someone is mowing in your yard, it is best to stay away. Many children on the farm climb into high places and fall. Falls are a major cause of injuries for children. Studies show that for every death, there are 45 hospital stays, 1,300 emergency room visits, and countless trips to the doctor. The best safeguard against falls is for everyone to understand what areas are off limits and why.
Whoa, cool, man. Pretty high up here, eh?
A walkabout or walking tour of the farm is a good way to learn. Children fall from machinery, ladders, tractor tires, fences, barrels, silos, grain bins, lofts, old buildings, and stacks of hay bales. Injuries from falls are predictable and preventable. Farms are busy places with work that can be dangerous. It is important to have first aid training. All family members should know what to do and have a plan in case of an emergency. You should have a list of emergency numbers placed beside every phone. Also make sure to include written directions to your farm. It is very possible that a child is the first responder in a farm emergency. If you must call for help, this is what to tell the dispatcher: the location of the emergency scene, the type of incident. They may ask other questions too. Do not hang up the phone until the dispatcher tells you to. Emergencies can happen in a split second on the farm, and when they do, they can be deadly. We want you to be safe on the farm. So please take the time to protect yourself and your family.